Hey, welcome everybody to night number 2 of the Calgary Clash. We have four really good competitors here with us. We'll let Mark Miller explain the tournament format and all that good stuff. But go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, explain everything to him.
Okay, well, if you didn't see it the first night, we got 8 competitors bowling. We had 2 matches on Sunday, which saw Kevin Holdsworth and Derek Ho move on. We got 2 more matches today, 4 more competitors. We're going to start with Jen Smith, formerly known as Jen Marshall, and Brian Hurst. And then match number 2, we're going to have Bobby Kite and Rob Wolfson. Once again, I want to thank the 5-Pin Universe, yourself, Carrie. Give a thank you to Julie as well for letting us have you on a Friday night. Thanks again to Paradise for donating the lineage to this, and thanks to the competitors who dropped everything to come play in this in a moment's notice. So yeah, looking forward to it. Jen and Brian are up first, and should we bring them in for a quick interview, see what their thoughts are?
Of course.
And if nobody else noticed, we have a special guest, much better looking than Dexter Wiseman last week. I'd like to welcome Tracy Smith.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
And of course, we got Mike and Carrie.
Yeah, everybody knows us though. Brian and Jen, how did it feel to be asked to be a part of this Calgary Clash? Jump at once.
A little shocking, actually.
Definitely.
Far from prepared. We'll put it that way.
So
I definitely don't consider myself one of the top 8 in Calgary, but it's a great honor for sure.
Well, it's hard to argue with a past Autumn Open champion.
So. Yeah, current Autumn Open champion. So you have only yourself to blame for that one, Brian.
Yeah, that's all.
So you guys threw a little bit of practice. How are you feeling out there?
Timing feels pretty good for now.
Everything feels all right. The adrenaline's kind of flowing right now. I'm not used to cameras watching me, so a little bit of nerves.
Yeah, don't worry. There'll only be about 100 people watching, so it's not like there's
give or take.
No biggie.
No biggie.
And you only need to throw 12 balls.
I recommend don't quit after 12.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be pretty bad. 4-frame thing, not a good scenario.
All right. So do you guys still want to throw a couple practice balls, or are you ready to go?
I'm good to go.
Same here. Let's get going.
Perfect. All right. Good luck, guys.
All right.
Have fun, you guys.
All right.
So first thoughts?
Yeah.
I think they're a little nervous, both of them. It's hard when you haven't thrown balls for a few months, maybe, hey?
Yeah, I know Jen hadn't thrown for about 5 months there, and she popped in Tuesday. So she said she felt good Tuesday. So when you've been as good as Jen has been for the last 20 years, it's just like riding a bike for those guys.
Pretty much. It's going to be awesome.
It was like the first 2 matches too, right? It was a little slow starting, and once they got comfortable with everything, they got it rolling, and strikes were flowing. So let's see what happens with this.
Yeah. So they did a coin flip for who goes first. They're playing 3 games, total pinfall. If it does go to a tiebreak, it's whoever wins the 2 out of 3 matches. So I'm not sure who won the coin toss, but Brian Hurst is going to go first, which means he's going to get potentially the last ball in frame 10 of game 3. So we'll see what Brian can do to start things off.
Looks pretty smooth.
Looks like hung a left, a little tight. Brian's usually got 2 sets out there. He's got 2 go-to sets. He's got cyclones and he's got soft rolls. And it looks like he's throwing the urethane cyclones to start the match. That's a good spare.
Yeah, really good half.
Good start.
And now we have the myth, the legend, Jennifer Smith, who you're not going to hear her ball hit the lane. It's so silky smooth every time. It's so fun to watch her. Just and effortless. It's just awesome to watch. Let's see what she can do to start.
Good. Very nice.
I like the crash of the pins we got going on. It sounds like they're throwing cannonballs down there. Loud crashes today.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and mute while the ball comes back on the ball return. It seems pretty loud, but when the ball's on the lane, we'll turn it on and see what the pins sound like.
We'll make you earn your pay of $0.
Exactly.
Right on the nose. So, I asked for Jennifer's information, and I got 2 pages of stuff that I
Can talk about. Oh boy.
Yeah. But I wanted to say this. Of our 8 competitors in this series, Jennifer Smith is the only participant with a perfect game. So girls rule and boys drool. Congratulations, Jen, on that perfect game. That was about 5 or 6 years ago at Chinook Bolodrome. That's a good cleanup. Yeah,
it's a very nice accomplishment.
Yeah, you're going to see Jen not leave up a lot of pins. She's not going to throw as many strikes as the boys, but she rarely does miss her pickups, and usually gets a 15 on the head pin. Just a competitor.
Yeah, she pins well. She doesn't. Not very often you get an opportunity to creep in, right?
And he got the push. Looks like he got the rollout on that one. Looked like it was a little flat, but rolled out just enough to get it to teeter off the back of the deck there.
They're actually both looking pretty comfortable, like 2 frames in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They look what go ahead, Carrie.
They both have pretty cool demeanors too, right? They're not over the top till it gets to crunch time.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Just missed to the right there.
Yeah. So Brian Hurst won the 2019 Autumn Open back in October, I guess about 10 months ago. Carrie, you're part of that field. What did you see from Brian when he was rolling that Sunday evening?
You know what? Because I was playing and I really wasn't watching too many of the other players, but when I played against Brian, he was just super smooth. He was throwing the ball dynamite. Didn't matter where he was hitting on the middle, it was striking. And you know when somebody has something that day, when you get those breaks, you can hit them on the beak and everything pushes through and all that good stuff. Those are the good days, I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, see if you can get the double here and put a little pressure on Brian and get it going.
Yeah. Yeah. Might see a little fist pump if she can throw this double.
Well, you know she wants it.
Close, little high chop.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through Jennifer's papers here. I thought it'd be kind of funny to list off which years she qualified for the Master Nationals through Alberta. Mm-hmm. So we have 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Did not make it 2013 due to a pregnancy. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and she would have qualified this year in 2020 as well. So that's just
crazy good.
Yeah,
it's it's phenomenal. I had no idea. I knew she was good, but oh my God, to go pretty much every year is just wow. I don't know if anybody. I know Diane's had a record very similar, but it's,
I would think Di's probably got quite the stretch, and I think she's up there in around like the 30 35, maybe 30, maybe even more for Masters. So
Yeah, it was. I forget how long it was because it wasn't that long ago. Like that, it was a crazy record they were talking about.
yeah.
So back to the match. Looks like Brian's throwing a good shot, waiting for the ball to come back. We got 85 for Jennifer in 4 on a spare, and 105 for Brian in the 4th on a strike.
And thick left corner.
Yeah, going for those, we call them the dirty 30s, just spare strikes. Just can't quite get it rolling on 6. Either competitor can't get it going on 6, it looks like. It looks like lane 5 is dishing out nothing but strikes this evening. See if Brian can make this spare. But yeah, that day that Brian was rolling during the 2019 Autumn Open, you're right, Carrie. He was getting every break. I seen him make a couple split spares, in 10 to beat guys, maybe a flying corner with a kickback, and just he had this when Brian's playing his best. He's got this cool, calm demeanor. You're not going to see him give a lot of fist bumps. He kind of becomes robotic, just kind of machine-like, and it's fun to watch. And he's in a zone when he's just not really talking to anybody, and he's not getting excited over anything.
Nice.
And another
Very
great
nice.
rollout shot. Yeah, great rollout shot.
It's good roll on the ball. Both of them, obviously, they got some fingers going on. They're getting the pushes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good confidence booster.
Yeah, let's see if Jen can get the first strike in 6, or on lane 6, and in frame 6. Look at that.
Oh, right corner.
Pushes in for the right corner. Jennifer, so we talked about the Masters. So Jennifer also played in, she hasn't played in it as much, but she used to play in the Canadians, the 5 pins. She's got a 96, 97 singles gold, nationals, 96, 97. And then she made the 96 team ladies as well. She got a team gold. So she was a double gold winner that year. And then she's got 2 other medals, a silver in 98 and a bronze in 2002. Were you on any of those teams with Jen, Tracy?
For the Open or the Masters?
Just either or. Just want to talk about Jen as a teammate and a competitor, and
Pretty
It's
much every Masters teammate, Trace.
I would say
Yeah.
every Masters team I've been on, which is 21 teams.
which is absolutely phenomenal.
Jen was either singles or on the team, obviously, when she's got that huge stretch of accomplishments. But we've actually only played on a Calgary Open team together. We'd never advanced in the Open beyond that, just because Jen hasn't played for so long. So
Yeah, the Masters schedule works a little better for her. I've
it
been
definitely
told.
does. Yeah. So yeah, I know her game like really well, and vice versa. We know what makes each other tick. So the good and the bad.
And we got our first strike on lane 6. Double for Brian Hurst.
But could you imagine, like, Jen, if she would have continued on with the Open, what that could look like for her?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
she's already like unbelievable, and then you factor that in if she did play.
Little heavy.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm sure she's not far off of being in the Bowling Hall of Fame, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no question.
Because she's I know she's won like a double gold, but did she not win a singles, one of the double winners for like the Masters singles and the Open singles nationals?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm looking at it here.
I think she's one of there's. I mean, I don't know how many there is anymore, but she's one of few, right, that have won bowls in the same year.
Yeah.
She's got a Masters gold single 98 in 2017. That was when it was at Golden Mile there.
Yeah,
she's
and
got-
I actually think there's a story like she, I think her and Bobby Herman actually won the Open, and then I think they went to Masters, and I don't know if this story is accurate or not, but then I think they went and won the Masters right after that, singles titles. Like, I think.
I believe I heard that. She was on the podcast recently.
Yeah.
Hey, Carrie, I think Carrie could confirm that.
You know what? I don't have that great of a memory. That's why we record it and we put it out on the internet.
People can comment on that, because I don't know, but I think that actually, if that's true, that's pretty incredible for Jen, and it's really incredible for Bobby. So
All right, we got a big shot for Brian to create some
thank you,
distance.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
And
Chelsea
that's a big shot. That's a turkey. So that's gonna give Brian a little distance. So see if he can throw another one here.
So Chelsea confirmed that. So thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another confirmation. Bobby Herman and Jen Smith in the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see Brian. We're just kind of gonna go. I can go over his approach. It's gonna be a little 3-stepper. He throws we call it a baby hook. So when it's thrown properly, it's kind of like Adams. It's right pocket, and if he lays it down, it's left. And just like that, kind of laid it down. But that's his good miss, right? Every bowler's got a good miss, right? And Brian's good miss is a little lay down at the line and drifted into the left pocket. And Brian's got a score, 285 on a double coming home. Jennifer's got to be good 9-10 here to minimize the damage.
That was a good one.
Shot.
It's a lot of experience in that shot.
Tracy, was it Saskatoon when we won gold in Masters? The 2000, don't want to say 7 or 10, when I coached you ladies for the first time.
Don't remember where that was, but somehow I remember what the lounge looked like.
Great push. Hey,
but I do remember that. I do remember that team, and I remember what the lounge looked like.
Jen liked that shot. You saw a little fist pump, and let's see if she can back it up. Now she's got 233 on a double.
298 max.
298 max. 253 on a double.
A little tight. I'll tell you, I'd rather play with her than against her.
Oh boy, I've played Jennifer a couple times in the 16s, and I got my butt whooped every time.
100%.
She doesn't even have to say anything to you. She doesn't really look directly at you. She kind of gives you the side eye look, and I tell you, just if anybody's played with her against them, they know that look, and that means it's business time, and watch out.
I've seen that look on the team before, where it's like, okay, it's time to go. You're like,
it's kind of
gets everybody to follow.
Yeah, she's kind of got. I can just see it in my head. The leg up and got the chin on the fist, and she just kind of got that look. So big shot for Brian. Brian's got 375 here if he can strike out. Oh, looks like got a little excited.
Maybe just trying to add a little bit too much onto his score, not really thinking about the process anymore.
Yeah. Obviously feeling it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I've been guilty of that. When you're feeling it, right, you don't really take a lot of time on the approach. You just kind of let the body do it when you're really rolling. Yeah, that's good cover.
Haley seconds the look. You've seen it before.
Oh yeah, probably a few times, her and Haley.
And this is where Brian can get scary, because remember how I said that day at the Autumn. He wasn't really fist pumping. I'm not seeing him clap. I'm not seeing a whole lot of antics going on. It seems like he's business. So usually he's got some sort of clap going on when sometimes
he's had the clap there on the strikes.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
All right.
Still
So
solid game.
335 to 266.
That's what 266. Yep. 333 266.
All
So
right.
we're gonna bring him in for a quick interview.
There we go. Well, that was a good first game.
Yeah, definitely kind of worked its way out in my favor that one. I kind of found a line in the last half there.
Yeah. Well, between the two of you, you almost shot 600. So you're both rolling the ball really well.
Yeah.
We've seen 4 or 5 rollout shots. Yeah. So how do you feel out there, Jen? Obviously, there was a couple plows, but you got a big turkey in there to kind of bring it back. How do you feel?
My timing feels really good.
You look
feel
good,
like
Jen.
I feel like I'm staying in the shot, so not going to change anything. Hopefully, just put more strikes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple doubles in there would help.
Yeah, for sure.
So we couldn't help notice that lane 5 was giving you lots of strikes and lane 6 was kind of burning you guys. Did you guys notice that at all?
Sure did.
Yeah,
Not
totally.
like I really paid attention, but yeah.
I did notice in practice, and I made an adjustment, and I was kind of going back and forth with the adjustment I made. But when I found the line, it was just there, right? It was. I'll be honest, wasn't anything different than what I normally do.
You want to ask these bowlers anything, Mike? And then we'll send them off.
No, just another good game. And Jen, get it rolling, and Brian, keep it rolling. Let's see what we can do this one.
All right, great bowling.
Good luck.
We'll get you back out there.
Thanks.
All right. So did you guys get any information out of there? Not really giving away too much.
Yeah. Jen had that look again. So
yeah,
And that's a look that like I'm not finished here. Like
she does. She does not like losing.
Yeah.
No.
Obviously, Brian looks comfortable. Brian's happy where he is. He's just being humble there, right? He was throwing it well. He knows he was throwing it well. So.
Yeah. The difference between him and Jen's game isn't much, though, right? Jen just didn't put a couple doubles together there and had a couple thick head pins, but other than that, I think she's really close.
Yeah, just a couple plows. Yeah, absolutely agreed.
Lane 6 denying again.
Strikes again.
Oh, see, there's the video switcher wasn't doing his sound job.
Come on, Carrie. What else does we got from Jennifer here? High game of 450, high triple of 1060. Through a perfect game at Chinook. She was a back-to-back TSN Pins Game champion in 97, 98, and was was runner-up the next year as well. So Jennifer's no stranger to playing under the lights for sure.
Ooh, a little thin going away.
Yeah, where Brian hasn't had that much exposure to lots of people watching him. I know it's just the streaming, but obviously this will be good practice for him for the WCBT Tour Finals, which are coming up in a week. Carrie, a week's time, or are they not sure? We're not sure if that's going to run yet. Do you care to take a stance on that?
No. We'll we're keeping that under the wraps just because we don't know everybody's thoughts with travel and all that good stuff. So
totally agreed. Yeah.
I heard it was gonna be delayed a year so I could get healthy.
Yeah. just for Mikey. Yeah, no doubt. I know there's lots of talk. A lot of guys obviously want to still play and all
Good
that
shot
good
from
stuff.
Brian.
But we have to take everything into account. We are in the middle of a pandemic, so we got to make sure everybody crosses their T's and dots their I's.
Yeah. Oh, don't see what Jen can do now.
Great shot.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's her shot.
That's a really good shot.
And Jen was Autumn Open champion in '99 as well. So both these players have played the same format and come out as winners. They got their name on the same trophy. So, man, it's gonna take me 3 games to get through all of Jen's accomplishments here.
The show about Jen.
Yeah.
She's definitely earned that right, though. She's
Yes, I agree.
been at the top of the sport for a long time. Brian is still an up and comer, even though he's won a tournament here and there. He's still got a little bit of learning to do. He's proving his spot, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, in regards to experience, he's definitely lacking it against Jennifer here. And another corner spare. This is what makes Jennifer so good. I heard story. I wasn't there to witness it, but Jennifer actually went 10 corner spares in a row in one game and finished it with a strike, from what I heard. So
That was at one of the master tournaments.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Were you there for that, Mike?
I
So
was
the
there
story
for that, yeah.
the story is true. The rumors are true.
The rumor was true. Yep. It was quite remarkable.
Unreal, eh?
And it wasn't really any that were she threw for the corner and it was like, oh, got away with that. It was like, yeah, there were 9 solid corners, all not like they were just picked ridiculously. Like it was no question out of her hand. She had them.
Yeah,
Do you remember what house was that? What house was that she threw that at?
I know. You know what? I'm trying to think now if that was.
Danny's maybe verifying it, so that'd be interesting if somebody remembers what house that was at.
I honestly can't remember the house, but I remember watching her do this. I wanted to say I thought it was Riverside, early Riverside, but I'm not 100% on that.
I heard. I can't remember if I heard this from Pam. I can't remember if I heard this from Pam, her sister, but their dad wouldn't let them leave practice until they hit 10. I think of 5 or 10 corners in a row. And then they wouldn't be allowed to leave practice until they picked the left corner pin 10 times, and then they picked the right corner pin 10 times. So the girls were raised to an elite level, which is a testament to their dad.
I hear you, Danny. I'm the same
Me
way.
too. 2 weeks ago. What about yesterday? I don't remember yesterday.
I am a man of the people, and Brett Henriksen just wanted me to point something out for Mr. Miller here.
I'll say one thing: they were not good today, but yeah, baby, we're moving on.
There's that dreaded head pin for Jen again. One thing that she needs to avoid.
And Brian started with those, like I said before, those dirty 30s, right? He's just chipping away. He's not making any mistakes. It's hard to gain ground when somebody keeps getting 30 counts.
Well, how many times have you said to yourself, qualifying, 30 counts are good, right? 30 counts are good. 30 counts are good, especially if you're struggling a little bit, 30 counts are good. So
I tell myself that more often than you think in going into 10. If I think I got a game there or I think I can make a game, I tell myself 30. So I probably should be greedy, but I'm not greedy. But this way, for me personally, if I do leave a corner, I already had it in my head that I was getting 30, and then you just go up and pick it and then try to bury the next shot, right? So
right.
Some Brian Hurst facts. Should we talk about Brian Hurst?
Sure.
We could talk about Brian Hurst. So
great shot, Jen. There's the lane 6 squeeze there.
There's that difference between that frame to the other frame was her follow through. if you look
Yeah.
how much more, like she had more solid follow through than she did
Yeah.
on 5.
So I got stories about Brian. Brian was actually my best, not my best man, but he was part of my wedding party, and I got stories about him. But for bowling stories, Brian actually came out of Ontario. So he actually started as a teaching master. He ended up winning a teaching master, Ontario teaching master tournament back in 09. Kind of got hooked on the game, and then him and his girlfriend Tara, who he lives with now in Calgary and has been with for the last 8 years or so, I want to say. Yeah, 8 years or so. Is just he kind of made that next step. It was kind of funny. I was working the day. Him and the girl walked in, and he goes, I read on your website you got a tournament. And I said, yeah, we're doing the Autumn Open. I think this was 2012, I want to say. And he goes, well, I'm going to play it. And I said, well, awesome. I said, I'll throw you up on a lane and let you practice away. And the rest is kind of history. He ended up making the 40s and making the 16s that year. I'm not going to mention how he did in the 16s. I think he came just under 15th. But and he's been playing ever since. He plays the Open. He's gone to nationals with the mixed team. Unfortunately, didn't medal, but he's played on 5 Alberta Open teams, 2 men and 3 mixed. I've had the pleasure of playing with him a couple times. He's played on 3 Ontario Open teams from the Zone H Huronia, 2 men and 1 mixed, and just all around pretty solid shooter. Just 263 average here at Paradise Lanes this year. So never forget where you come from. Treat everybody fair. Brian was one of those guys where he was a 220 average, and if you are a 220 average, Brian is a prime example on you can take that next step to get to that next level by and long story short, practicing and applying yourself to the game.
Ooh,
Another
a little quick to the line there.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
Yeah, she was up and early out of the shot.
Yeah, showing a little emotion, but just it almost seems automatic. Her cleans, eh?
Yeah, she doesn't think much about him.
And it's yeah, just pencil in 15 and let her move on to the next shot. So yeah, that's Brian. Nothing crazy outside of that. I go to lots of WCBT tournaments with him. He made TPC 32s this year. Made a little bit of a run. But yeah, he's definitely come into his own this last year. If you could agree with that, Carrie, I think
For sure.
leaps and bounds this year, and I think it's all just his mental approach to the game. Like so many shooters out there, they have the shot. They just need to believe that they have the shot, and if you believe, you can achieve. Or at least that's what I was told.
Yeah, he's got such a nice nature about him too. Like he's easy to watch, he's easy to talk to, he's easy to, hang out with.
Mm-hmm. 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 It's good pinning.
Brian's a good guy. For what I got to know of him this past year, being picked as a coach for the Calgary mixed team this year, it was really good to get to know him even more. Like played with him last year on the men's team, but we never really got to talk a lot. But I mean, this year was really good. Got to sit down and talk with him and everything else. It was good.
Yeah, and obviously the Calgary men didn't have a good year that year. Brian applied himself over the summer more than you normally would see somebody in the months of July and August, and then it paid off in October.
Both a little tight right now, hey?
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying not to make a mistake instead of just getting a good roll again, right? Getting a good flow.
Weird how that happens.
10 the hard way. So what do we got for a score? We got 148 to 156.
162.
Yeah, 162.
162. Maybe time to get some glasses, Mark.
Wait till you're my age, Mark.
Yeah.
It's okay. Right? I had to put my readers on just to see the scores. So
I think I had readers like when I was 10, Mike.
Little thin there. It's close to being strike. Looks like that 3-pin hit the brakes hard and just stopped right in front of the deuce. So let's see if he can pick up this deuce.
Do you, Mark, you know Brian a lot better than the rest of us. Do you notice if he starts, like you said, laying it down, starts picking the left pocket a lot more? Does he tend to rely on that a little bit, or does he try and correct it and keep throwing it into the right pocket?
So Brian's got 2 lines, but for the most part, he's trying to put it right pocket. He's got to spot 2 boards right of the middle arrow, and when he comes to it aggressively, I'm hoping he's not intentionally trying to lay it down, because like I said, that's our miss shot, right?
Yeah.
Usually, I know for me personally, when I'm bowling, I don't like to hit a certain pocket, but I feel better when I do hit a pocket. But if I do make a mistake, my mistake hopefully hits the other pocket. If that makes any sense.
So do you ever make a move off of your miss?
Are you kidding me?
Even though it strikes?
Ooh, no, because my shot's kind of like Jen's, where it's got a little bit of a backup. So I like the left pocket, and I don't tend to throw it out that far. So my lay down shot is the right pocket. So I tell myself very rarely will I miss right. If I do miss, it's a pitch left, and that's just yanking out of the shot or just getting too excited. And Jennifer,
great shot.
Somebody start the Jaws music, because Jennifer smells blood. That was 2 opens and a missed corner, and she was jumping all over that.
Yeah.
She is a shark in the water, doing the circles right now. And if Brian's not sharp here, he could see his lead cut in half, if not disappear altogether.
Well, Jen's max is now 283 and Brian's is 267, so he needs to put something together here to keep up pace. Sorry, Trace. The only reason I was asking you that, Mark, was I've noticed Brian's been missing a lot left in the last 5-6 frames.
He's getting really tentative.
Yeah.
I think if you watch his first step's a little quicker than what it was in that when he was running the strikes. So I'm thinking that he's picked up the foot speed just a hair, which is throwing it off.
Just a little adrenaline.
Yeah, nothing's going right or going to the right side anymore.
Yeah, and I can attest that the lanes are they're not wet as the competitors can usually find them. They're pretty dry, just because of summer play. So they are getting a little bit of movement. So if you lay it down too much, it's gonna veer left.
The guy that does the lanes is a little lazy and didn't do them, but we'll go with a little dry for the summer.
Profits took a hit this summer, so we're trying to save money everywhere we can. Okay, let's see what Brian can do in 10 here.
Another left.
If you haven't noticed, he's got that Punisher shirt on tonight, so let's see if he can. He's a movie buff, so he's got a bunch of WCB t-shirts. He's got the Punisher, the Terminator, the James Bond. So he likes his movies. But apparently today he's the Punisher, and he punished the middle on that one for a strike. Back to you, Carrie.
Yeah, it's definitely he's definitely relying
Great
more on the
shots.
left side now.
Yeah.
Like Brett was kind of commenting, it seems like he's drifting a little bit right and throwing across.
He does have a little. He does have a little bit of drift, but he's always drifted.
Yeah. As long as you're getting away with it, it's not bad. It's when you can't seem to find it when you've lost it. There you go. That was right. That was good.
It's still a pretty good shot. 12 count for 234.
Yeah,
Correct.
234.
So 569
That's a good finish.
double.
That's a good finish. Let's see if Jen can take advantage. This first one in 10 is big. And she knows it. She's taking a little bit more time.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
a pretty
really
shot.
good.
Great shot. That's 5 in the pit. No doubt. Comes through, arms above her. You could tell she's got the fingers just the way her arm releases, right? When her hand's above her head like that. So at that point, once you get to the line like that, you just got to get it to the side. Usually you can hit it thick or thin, and the pins will just crumble. Again, taking her time. So now she's past him. Now she's just trying to make up as much as she can from that first game.
Oh,
She got away with it.
Very nice.
Oh, that one came back from Saskatchewan. Wow, that was. Oh man, it looked like a left 3-pin, and it just came back. Great shot from Jen. If that was a curling shot, that would have been a whoa, and just watch it curl back.
273.
Well, got back 29 pins
539.
there.
Yeah, so she's down 30.
30 on the nose.
Yeah. Oops. Don't read that. That's not right. All right, 539.
Pins, Carrie.
Yep, 30 pins.
And good bowling, 569 to 539.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Now the game's close again.
Great finish, Jen.
Thank you.
Talk us through that 10th frame. We noticed you took a little bit more time up there. You knew can kind of get you back in this match.
Yeah, I knew I needed the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Got really
Obviously
lucky with the second one.
That's okay.
And then just a little quick on the last one.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted the first two for sure to bring myself back somewhat.
Yeah.
So and then just kind of didn't stay focused enough on the last one to get that extra 10 points, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So Brian, we kind of noticed that you're a few of your later frames you're missing left or hitting left pocket if you're striking. Did you make a move off of that? Has that come up in your brain at all?
Yeah. From what I was thinking, I'm pretty sure it was just getting a little bit tight. Especially after the 5th frame there, I really started to feel it. So when it came to 10th frame, I just tried to wash it all away and just get back to a point of relaxation. And I think it paid off. And I guess we'll see what happens for game 3.
42 counts pretty good in 10. It's a good adjustment, whatever you did in 10. So we're looking at 30 points difference going into the last game. What's the mentality? What's the first thing you're telling yourself before you get up on the lane?
For me personally, just stay relaxed and everything will follow after that.
How about you, Jen? What are you telling yourself? What are you repeating to yourself up on the lane?
Gonna stay focused, and really at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
execute that same good shot, and what's meant to be will be.
Exactly.
Tracy, you got any words of wisdom to send these two off?
I mean, just go have fun, right? You've got 10 frames. Go have fun. It's been amazing to watch. You both have played amazing. So keep it up.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Well
Tracy.
said.
Keep that good flow going. Nice rhythm. The ball will work for you guys. Keep working.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck,
Thanks,
guys.
Awesome.
All
Good
right,
job,
good luck
you guys.
going into game 3.
Okay, so with Jen finishing strong there and Brian putting a Band-Aid on the end of that game, who do you think has the edge going into the last one?
Got a coin?
I'm at that same as we were last week. Let's see what happens in the first three frames, right?
I agree. I think everything in the first couple of frames will be telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the match is there going into 8, 9, 10, I give the edge to Jennifer. But Brian looks calm, cool. So we'll see if he can hold on to that mentality. 30 points is nothing. 30 points is 2 balls, right?
Yeah.
Somebody goes as soon as somebody plows that you can see big swings happen. So every shot is important now. Especially when if they can start running a couple strikes.
We got another angle for this game, so when they're on the lane 6, we'll pop it up.
I like that angle. Look at the dimension you're bringing to the game.
Just
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Just clicking a button, Tracy. Just clicking a button.
It is the little things sometimes that make a difference.
All right.
So we got Brian finishing this match, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So could be, for those who didn't tune in on Sunday, we could see something similar to what happened with Ian and Derek, where it might come down to that final frame and how the bowler can handle that pressure. But we still got 10 frames, 450 points up there for both of them, so a lot can happen. Let's see what Brian can do to start.
That's not the best angle.
Well, it is Brian. He also stuck and looked down at his shoes, so
it's apparently a 3-pin.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe avoid that angle. It's not good.
Oh,
there you go.
That's good. Half.
As Mr. Pokso would say, hijack it.
Oh, little Bray. Christine Wren. Hi, Wren family.
I wonder if Jen's family's tuning in, Mark and the kids.
I hope so.
I know Graham wanted to come down, and Jen said he had to stay home, and he was kind of upset because he got to come down and play with Mom on Tuesday, and he doesn't understand why he couldn't come down on Friday.
That's okay. Even I was upset because I said, I want to come watch you. And she's like, I can't. You can't. I'm like, what?
Stupid COVID.
Yeah. Even the best friend card doesn't count.
Yeah, we did allow them one spectator. So Jennifer brought her sister Pam.
That makes sense. Pam should trump me, right?
Yeah, and Pam is another talented bowler.
Agreed.
There's just so Calgary's, and I with other respect to zones, but Calgary's always had a very strong ladies field. I can say that, at least since I've been playing. One of the more feared ladies for sure.
This format would have been really interesting to have a woman on each side of the bracket. This could be something that you guys maybe think about in the future.
Hint. Tracy's sitting at home right now.
We were going to ask Tracy, but we heard a rumor that she might be moving to Toronto.
Well, that's definitely not happening until November 1st, but But I do think
So-
it would have been, it's an awesome format. I just think it would have been really interesting, just kind of advocating, obviously, women in the sport
sure.
and, the WCBT, that it would have been neat to have a woman on each side.
And then having a all-female battle to finish, that'd be really cool.
This would have
That's,
landed where it landed, right? But
Yeah, a lot of primarily what went into choosing the competitors for this was thanks to Carrie and the 5-Pin Universe for putting this on. 5-Pin Universe has a ranking system, so we kind of went through that route, what their rankings were, and honestly, I was surprised at how many people said yes right away. So Calgary is very talented. There's a lot of players we could ask. We could do another 8-player bracket and have another very talented field of 8 brand new bowlers.
easily, I agree with that.
So
Derek, give up your semi-final spot for Trace.
Yeah, how come he didn't volunteer his spot?
So that's Tracy. Hey Derek, that's Tracy with an E. So you asking Tracy Holdsworth to come?
Yeah,
or what?
exactly.
Yikes!
The Holdsworth
Oh
clan.
no!
Done. I knew I liked Derek.
That's a good. Here comes Brian again. Dirty 30s, right?
Yeah.
Start the match. Just working hard. Jennifer, let's see if Jennifer can answer, but it looks like it's pretty tight to start. Jennifer throws a strike here. She'll get a ball back, and when I say a ball, I mean 15 points. So see if she can make a push early and see if she can make up some pins.
Oh, gorgeous shot.
There's a good one.
Yeah.
When it's rolling into that left pocket, it's cutting right at the end, right? She puts so much backup on it that it almost just causes the pins to buckle under. Her left pocket's tremendous right now. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it, and she's burying it left pocket for most of her shots.
Mm-hmm.
This should be a good angle.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice, and that's what we call that miss shot, right? Yeah, it's a little right, but it can get
Works.
across the head pin. Yeah. And that's why a lot of bowlers, not very many bowlers throw end over end, right? You throw a little bit of we call it junk, right? Whether it's a hook, so if you're right-handed, it's left to right, or if it's a backup, right? It kind of gives that 2-board break at the end that can be the difference between a split and a strike, and that's how you kind of reach this 250, 260 level, is understanding that getting the fingers underneath the ball and making the ball turn down the lane while still being accurate can be huge for boosting your scores. Good answer from Brian.
Yeah, it looks like we got a good match going here.
So I think I'm gonna have to pick up a pair of Cyclones.
And Mark, when you don't want them, just throw them my way. Eh? Don't throw them in the garbage. Just give them to me.
No idea what you're talking about.
Dirty soft rolls in the garbage. I heard they're missing.
I tried them once. I've never been a fan of soft rolls. I think it's because I play a cut shot. Just never got the reaction I wanted from them. And yeah, it wasn't my proudest moment, but
You know what? My wife thanks you for them. That was rather nice of you to, give them up for her.
yeah, and it wasn't like I didn't make a scene. I just casually put them in the garbage. Nobody knew. It's just a mental reset. Bowlers are weird, right? Do you guys have any weird things to kind of get the reset going? Do you flip your underwear inside out? Do you have any reboots that you might tell yourself?
Oh yes, I will. I will physically tell myself if I'm not there to play, to take my shoes off and go home. Stop embarrassing yourself. Take your shoes off and go home, and you gotta get refocused again, right? Instead of giving yourself heck.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? You gotta be able to bear down, because you can't keep giving yourself an out and saying the shot's going to come, the shot's going to come. You need that reboot mechanism. And I don't. Yeah.
Got
Oh,
away
wow.
with the right side hit.
Yeah. She
She's
knows
like,
it. Eh? Look at that smile.
Oh yeah. She's like, okay.
Great shot from Jennifer. Yeah.
So if my math is right, we're pretty much even right now. She's made up
Yep.
the 30 pins.
Yes. Yeah.
She's actually got
So
a
Brian's
bit of
got
an edge.
150 and 5, and Jen's got 210 and 5. So 60. So if they both strike out, Jen's up 30.
Tough one.
The jinx.
The dreaded head pin.
The commentator's jinx. That's what that is.
That's that shot where you've just gotten away with it and you want to be so perfect with the next one, right?
Because you're telling yourself you don't want to keep throwing that shot, right?
Right.
You don't want to keep throwing the get away with it shot. But here we go, and this is huge. Like she has, I don't think she's missed a corner pin spare. I don't know how many pin. I'm not keeping track, but it's got to be then less than 5 sticks she's left up. So this pinning right now could be huge. Come down to the wire. That's a good one, Jeff. Yeah. Take off the shoes. Nothing like putting yourself back into your bowling shoes, right?
Yeah.
Not slipping 3 pins to start. Oh, Palmer. Brian started with 3 pin. It's worked out for him so far. He's got 30 counts through 4. And it's not a 30 count, 25 count. So tightens things right up. We got a pretty close match. Let's see if Brian can get the spare and get the edge in totals. Who do you guys think has the edge right now? Do you feel it flipping one way or the other? It looks like it's it feels like kind of like a stalemate at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel just from watching their last few shots and stuff like that, I think Jen has more control of where she's wanting it to go. So I'd have to lean more towards Jen, but
she's just got to find a
fire.
Yeah, she's just got to find a way to just not plow. What Brian is doing very well right now is he's giving himself a lot of spare opportunities. He's not he hasn't head pinned that often, so but he's missing more, right?
Another power chop.
Another chop. Yeah. So yeah, both these players put in $100. So winner moves on, gets their $100, and winner gets to play Derek home.
Derek, yeah.
I like that one, Gary. That's a good one.
5 minutes, well worth it.
Ooh,
Cherry's it.
cherry.
So he can clean this up for 185. And Jen's got 192 with a frame. So very close.
This one's coming down to 10. I can see it.
Every pin is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally 8 pins difference in the 6th frame.
Who does the audience got winning? Who knows, eh? Anybody want to step up and call it? All right. Looks good.
Didn't come back in.
No, just a little flat out of the hand, eh?
Yeah.
Didn't have that backup.
I thought it was a nice placement around the arrow. Just didn't come back in.
Mm-hmm.
It's good
That's
cover.
a good half.
Yeah.
The crowd's got a tie. 2 each.
Mm.
Oh,
Bring
no.
on the comments.
Jen's in the lead now, 3-2. 4-2, Mr. Rob Wheeler.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good shot.
Yeah. Sweep. Hold the line. Great shot. Wanted that one. Nice little fist pump. That a girl,
We're
Jen.
We're just watching the Jens flood in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those
Let's break
female
up.
comments
Yeah.
coming from the females.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 8-9 for Brian. So
Almost.
No
he's
string.
waiting for a pull. He's watching it. Doesn't quite get the pull. You can see string pulls here every now and then. So just kind of died in the corner there. Quick curtain.
The manager should be checking into that.
I like the comment. It's a Jen thing from Jennifer Davini.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I love that comment.
That's a big
Lack
miss.
of concentration.
That's
there.
a big. So that's his second corner miss, right? And we haven't seen Jen miss one yet. So
Yeah.
Brian needs to do something in 9 to kind of make Jennifer think about it.
Yeah, I agree.
I
And
think
if it's
virtually
another
needs a
open,
strike. I
yeah,
think
if
he
it's
can
another
spare,
open,
but I think a strike is really the only answer.
yeah. Yeah, he opens here, and Jen, smart girl, she can do the math, right?
Yeah.
She can figure out his max with 45, and then just say, this is the number I need to get. Oh,
12.
oh! I tell you that if that 3-pin fell, Jennifer's banging out because she would not take that. She would not appreciate that. And then I get the looks through the office window. Jen strong, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody on a Friday night for joining us. Here we go, 9-10. This is, you play 28 frames to get to this moment where winner moves on, loser goes home. Let's watch arguably one of Canada's best female bowlers ever in 9-10.
My guess is this is going to be a good shot.
Takes the re-rack, takes her time. I'll let Jen do the rest. It's high. Does it push? No. All right. Get that corner, Jen.
Yeah, 275 max for Brian.
So Jen would need to get to 305. She need 306.
It's a good half.
Yeah,
No, she would need 305 because she would win on the tie break. So if she can get to 305, it's over.
First strike.
2-6. Yeah, throw the strike. Get to the 97, and then you got 2 balls to get 8 pins or 10 pins. 8 pins. Big
Anything
shot.
sparable. She needs anything sparable, right? Leave a corner,
Yeah.
spare it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, Jen. Oh, not happy. So Brian still has a chance. 87, 302, or 297. 87. Yes. 292 or 302.
302 if she goes spare strike.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, all the wood, see what happens, right?
yeah. This is kind of what we've seen Ian go through yesterday, right?
Yeah.
We'll see if Brian can step up in 10. So that could be a big 5 pins right there.
Yeah.
So 287. So Brian needs to get to 257. Strike gets him to 245. Oh, corner.
Strike corner gives it to him.
Yeah.
I think even corner pin spare strike, I still think gives it to him.
I think that's a 258 if he goes corner pin spare strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he needs a corner, nothing less than a corner here. Oh, and it just dips into the gutter.
Mhm.
So he's still got work to do. Can't plow, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And if he does, he'll need a miracle. Need a miracle to send something over.
Well, this is the set Steven spared on, right? Last week.
It is.
Yeah.
Lane 6.
Well, he
I
was
think
on
he did
6.
it on. Yeah.
And that's the match. That's a great finish from Brian.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Brian Hurst.
Nice job, Brian.
Wow.
Wow, that was close.
That was
Fun to watch.
fun to
Yeah.
watch. Just like our first match. Both competitors were great, eh? Wow. Obviously, they're going to shake. We're going to bring in Brian for a quick chit chat. We got Rob and Bobby coming up next. We'll probably give them about 15 minutes to warm up. Congratulations, Brian Hurst. Wow. Whew.
That was close all around.
That's good. Really good.
You know,
That was
all
an
the way
exciting
through.
finish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to Jen to bring it back from being down 60 after 2 for sure.
Yeah.
To make Brian do something in 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't the 10th frame she was looking for. But hey, Brian, how's it going? How you feeling?
I'm still shaking, to be honest. It's definitely a lot to go through, especially like going in knowing that like you're against Jen Smith. She is one of the top female bowlers in Canada, right? So I mean, like I've been kind of going through the motions all night. So it was a very good finish, and I mean, I took my hat off to her. She played excellent. It was a great match, and I wouldn't expect anything less from her.
That's high praise. That's good on you, Brian. How did you feel going into 10? Did you know the numbers? Were you telling yourself to just throw a restrike? What's going in your head?
I knew what my number was, and I knew what Jen's number was if we both black out, and I was just hoping that I can keep it within 30. That was my magic number, right? So like I knew that if I can strike out for 275, if she shoots over 305, then I'm out, right? So when she couldn't do that, unfortunately, then I knew I had a shot.
So you're on the carpet and you're going up to the dots. What are you thinking about? Call the viewer.
Honestly, the normal stuff. Same routine. Grab the ball the same way. Walk up to the dots the same way. Just stay relaxed. That was my big thing to keep the stream alive, I guess.
Well, the heart beats 120 beats per minute, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the camera shaking it. I can see it going here. So.
Yeah, no, those were two big shots in 10.
Yeah.
The first one was really big, so that was nice to see.
And now you're playing Derek home. How do you feel about that?
Haven't thought about it too much. I was focused more on this right now. I'll have to take a little bit of time and think about it, and then get back to you next week, I think.
Good answer.
That's a fair comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, that was a good set. You went. I don't know the exact hole. You had 569. You had 250 there, so you shot 820, 830. So on the stream, you averaged 270. So
Hey.
Congratulations.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Good work. Good work.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Complete opposite of what we seen with Ian last week, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell when he was on the lane that he was nervous. But yeah, I think I think we all get nervous.
Oh, yeah.
You just bear through it, right?
I think you get a little. You're still gonna be nervous, but not as nervous as, let's say, going up and knowing you need to throw the triple, to going to knowing, you're sitting good with a 30 count again, right?
Yeah.
So a little less pressure than throwing the triple.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a look at the brackets here. So Brian obviously moving on. Oh, it's not even updated. Don't look at that one. I'll get that updated for us here. Smooth.
Good catch.
Oh, man.
So yeah, in the background now we got Bobby Kite warming up and Rob Wolfson warming up. So we're gonna give them about 10 more minutes. And
They don't need warm up. Just get them going. They're master rookies. Get them out there. Get them going. That's it.
I want to thank Tracy for joining us. This was kind of not a last minute ask, but we definitely wanted to hear your insight, and thanks for coming on. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I was happy to do it, of course, anytime.
And like I said, much better looking than Derek or Dexter.
It's debatable.
No, it's not. You're a stunner.
I like Dexter a lot.
Oh, don't.
That doesn't mean he's good looking,
We're not live, right? Jerry, you can edit that out.
100% live.
I'm speaking from the heart.
Shoot. Well, I'm going to see if Dexter is going to join us for the next match. He said he would, so.
Okay, so I'm going to log off now, Mark.
Bring him in.
All right.
Well,
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
And
I'll be watching the next match.
We'll be hanging out soon for sure.
Okay, awesome.
I'll come over.
See you guys.
I gotta feed a puppy.
See ya.
Yes, please. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care. What a sweetheart.
Yep. The year I coached them in 2000, I want to say it was 2010 in Saskatoon. That was a pretty fun team with Jen, Tracy, Shauna, Terrasite, and Bonnie Olson. That was a fun group that year. That was my first ever gold medal as a coach. Actually, we won gold that year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
You just kind of just sit back and let them take the wheel, eh? With talent like that.
Yeah, like there was a time where Jennifer had we couldn't get the pins to fall over, right? No matter what she did. And so I asked her what her second line was, and she looked at me and she goes, "Second line? Who has two lines?" She says, and I was like, "What?" I'm like, pretty much everybody I know has two lines. Like what? So I gave her a line that I had played the first year I ever won the city high average in Edmonton, and she ran with it for a couple games, and then she just said, "I'm going back to my old spot." And I'm like, "Sure, whatever you're comfortable with." And this pin started falling over for her, right? Like it was, but yeah, it was something I never totally expected. Like she said, she's played that same line since YBC.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like totally blown, and like the same balls. She's probably playing those same balls she had when they first come out. Yeah. So that was a little bit of my change too. Like that sort of convinced me a little bit just to stick with virtually one set, and that's why I've always
learned to trust it, right?
Yeah.
I think Carrie can attest to this too. Me and Carrie can sometimes get a little caught up in changing stuff, so it's learning.
I'm not sure you as much as Carrie, but I know Carrie will play like a hook to a bigger backup. So I see why guys a lot of times change balls. Like I totally understand why. I mean, I pretty much throw the ball the same all the time, right? So it's 90% of the time it ain't the ball for me, but like I said, I totally get when Carey goes from the hook to the backup. Well, I get why he changes balls, right? Because sometimes if you're throwing, let's say, star lines, and you're throwing, let's say you go to a backup. Well, depends how much you crank your backup. Those star lines are going to move, even at carry speed. They're still going to move.
Oh God, yeah.
It's such a big difference. And now being in Calgary, I get to watch you more, so I'll understand more what you do. So, and just keep an eye out for when you're throwing away balls, so I can build my stack up a little more.
So it looks like my IT team down here, Carrie's kind of set up a new view. They're just wondering what if you think that's. Do you want it? We can get it closer to the pins if you want, or would you prefer
it? Does not matter to me.
Are you leaving?
You know what I should do? Is that an iPad out there?
Yeah.
I think it's a tablet.
It's even a tablet. I have a lens I can hook up to an iPad or a tablet, and you can zoom right in tight to it. It's actually they work really well.
We'll have to maybe do a little investigating and try and get them a little bit closer and stuff like that.
To be down,
Mr. Miller,
and then
carrying on 3 conversations.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, Mikey. Go ahead. I muted Mark.
I'm gonna say one time
rightfully so.
What we'll do is we'll hook them up, even let's say we're doing let's say if the Autumn Open goes, and I'm down watching or whatever. Because I'm not sure if I'll be ready yet for that. We can hook them up and see what it does, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm all up for testing and figuring stuff out. So,
yeah, because I've used them when I've been practicing. They work pretty good, better than I thought they were going to. I'm not gonna lie. So,
no, for sure. So we have the 2 Masters rookies in this match.
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
Yeah. Who do you guys have for this?
I'm gonna go Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie's
I don't know how much
last year.
Yeah,
Robbie had a
phenomenal
phenomenal
playing. So
true.
I think Bobby's been playing in those COVID Cup tournaments. I'm not sure about.
Yeah, and it looks like he had been playing really well too. Honestly.
Yeah.
Brett Henriksen wants to continue his bet with you here, Dexter.
Done.
Actually, Brett, the last week on Wednesday, you guys had him. He was really good. Actually, I was quite impressed with Brett on the.
Well, be careful here. His head is going to get real big. So
it's hard. He won't be able to fit that Viking helmet anymore.
No, he was really good. It was awesome.
Yeah, definitely double or nothing, Brett. Mark, I'm still waiting on my beer. So,
DeForest, it's sponsored by AGD.
It's not, but it really, really needs to be. My entire day has been sponsored by AGD. Truthfully.
All right, are these guys getting close? Do we need to?
We got to put a shot clock on them.
Yeah, no doubt. We are at 10 o'clock on a Friday night. Thank God it's a pandemic. Nobody had anything to do anyways. So
that's not true. I've been spending all day hanging out with Katie for the first time in forever, and now she's just sitting on the couch watching Trash and Carry.
Yeah, she was.
And I have a bone to pick with Miller when he gets back on here, that bastard.
Well, let's bring Robbie in here since nobody else wants to talk. Hey, Robbie, how's it going?
Hey, guys. Hey. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
How you feeling, Robbie?
Feel great. Looking forward to some bowling.
That's good. Looks like you got aerodynamics all set up for you this evening, so...
Fresh shave. Barber was open.
That's good. Awesome. Have you been throwing the ball much at all lately, or when was the last time you threw?
Last weekend. Actually, Bobby and I practiced together, which was pretty fun. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah. No, I've been. I was actually practicing getting ready for traditional, right, and then that got canceled. So then I just kind of stopped playing for a few weeks. But then when this came up, I threw some last weekend.
Totally.
Holy. Miller's having a debacle over there. How's it going, Bobby? How you
Hey,
doing?
you guys.
How you
Hey,
doing,
guys.
boys?
We can hardly tell you guys apart.
That's why I wore the blue shirt and he's got the black.
That's good. That's good.
I
How you doing, Bobby?
Good. Real good.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Good.
Excited? Nervous?
I'm excited. Looking forward to getting it going. It's it's a pretty good tournament so far. I mean, good matches and just something good to watch. It's been a while, right? So outside of the Edmonton matches, it's good to have a few more down here, and yeah, it's good for bowling.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
we
really
need
good for bowling.
all the media that we can get, especially now when there's nothing going on. So it's really nice to have this stuff, honestly. Hello,
for sure.
Mark Miller.
I'm in. Hey, Dexter.
How you doing?
Oh, get that mug out of here. Where's Tracy?
After all these years of hitting on me, you're gonna do that.
Oh,
Nothing. Crickets. Crickets.
I was like, did his screen freeze or what happened?
oof! Wow.
All right. So, Battle of the Rookies. Unfortunately, you guys didn't get your national appearance, but hopefully this is a little bit of consolation.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. I hope you guys take it out on each other. Don't leave anything back.
Yeah, I wanted to play with them, not against them, but here we are.
Totally.
It's better than nothing.
If you
Absolutely.
guys could just confirm your shirt colors so we know who's up on the lane, that'd be great.
Miller, you're
You know
late
what,
to
Mark?
the party.
If you were
We've
here 5
already
minutes
done it.
ago.
Ah.
Although I can guarantee you, Robert will win this match.
That is
Robert
true.
versus Robert.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, any nerves? Are we ready?
Ready
Are
to
they
go?
out of here?
Yeah,
Are
let's
we-
do it.
Yeah, we're ready to
we're
go.
ready if you're ready.
All right, boys. Have a
Okay.
good one, eh?
Okay, thanks,
All right,
guys.
play well, guys.
Bye.
Now what are we? 10 o'clock. So we're late night 5-pin bowling.
Yeah.
5-pin after dark. Except
Universe
Five.
after dark. Yeah.
5-pin
just-
after
Just
dark.
wait. I'm like 9 beers deep.
Perfect. Okay, so once again, they flipped a coin. Looks like whoever won has chosen Rob to go first.
Mark, quick question for you. How come the foul
me.
lights are off?
Foul lights are definitely not off.
They are off.
Don't worry about those F's at the top.
That means they're off.
Nope, that definitely doesn't.
It definitely does. That not the start Rob was looking for, but hey, that's the best place for it.
Yep.
And he's still working on that strike line. That's a good side. So how we doing there, Dexter? You're
Doing all right, buddy.
You
Doing
got
all
to
right.
see these. You got to see these two guys play the Masters throughout the year. What do you like about their game?
Yeah, honestly, the hardest part of all of it was seeing how everything went down at the end, and it was pretty devastating. Honestly, they both played absolutely phenomenal throughout the year, and then both of them threw huge games to come back and make it in the final game. Bobby shot, I think it was 398 to make the team, and then Robbie shot a mid-3 to make the team. They've both worked so hard. I've talked about it a lot on podcasts and stuff. Robbie has come leaps and bounds over the last couple of years, and the guy just continues to work harder and harder. And we got to see him at Regina make his first cut, and it was I was lucky enough to be the guy to walk over and tell him, "Hey, congratulations! You made it," and give him a big hug and like see the tears in his eyes. And that was close. He gave that a good shot. And then to also have to be the guy to give him the call after Masters and tell him that it wasn't going to happen was pretty devastating, honestly. But these two have worked both really hard, and they're both phenomenal people, and could not be more proud of them for making the team. hopefully that both springboards their confidence into the coming years and start making teams on the regular basis.
Yeah. So yeah, and I know Master Nationals this year was in Newfoundland, and Bobby was kind of excited to go back east. Bobby's originally from Nova Scotia, right? So I know he was looking forward to doing that as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah, just one more thing to be happy about with this pandemic.
It looks like he was trying to spare that split again. It's the same line. Okay, hopefully he recoups from that and comes back and grabs the half here.
Yeah. So Bobby was former candlepin bowler. For those of you who don't know the candlepin game, there's 10 pins on the deck. They're really thin, and it's a completely different but same game. Ball's a little smaller and lighter, and pins are actually not reset between turns, and strikes are extremely hard to come by. There's been no perfect games in candlepin. So
yeah,
that's what Bobby started with.
So candlepin kind of goes with like the 10-pin scoring system, except you get 3 balls with it. And just for reference out there, a phenomenal average, like the best averages that you're going to see are going to sit in around 130.
Yeah,
like 300 being a perfect game, 130 is kind of what you're shooting for the upper echelon of averages. So it's tough. You don't clear your deadwood, you use it to make your spares. It's a super neat sort of game.
Yeah. So Bobby played that growing up, and then he, at the age of 31, in 2011, he took up 5-pin bowling. Ball's a little heavier, and it's not a simpler game, but it's not as crazy as candlepin when you get deadwood on the lanes and pins going everywhere, right? And he picked it up naturally, just a little bit heavier of a ball once he got past that. Was that a 3-pin from Rob?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, already? It's not even 10. Sorry, Rob.
He just
love you, buddy.
He just wasn't as smart as Bobby and didn't throw further outside.
Let's see if we can make this half. Put it on
I think that's the great thing about our game, Mark, is that I think it's got the right level of everything. 10-pin is almost too easy at times. The perfect game is so common, whereas 5-pin, there's definitely like a real gap at the upper echelon of the game to like your casual bowlers, and that element of perfection is still there.
Yes,
it's just so difficult to get to, but that level of perfection is there. It's just not happening every other time you're out.
Unless you carry Kreitz, and you've already got 3. Come on, Carrie, share one of yours. I'll take it. Give me one.
Carrie's just working on trying to throw turkeys these days.
With 3 different bowling balls. That's the best part too, eh? I'll use this bowling ball this time.
3 different centers.
Game. 3 different centers. Although the one
probably
at
3
top
different
of the bowl,
shots too.
that one at top of the bowl should have been worth about 500 points.
Amen.
Another weird split, eh? On same kind of way. Just not getting a good reaction.
It's kind of just the nature of a shot, I think, there, Mark. I mean, a little bit from the left-hand side, which isn't a bad thing, but being a candlepin bowler, something that's super common is you see the candlepinner drop the shoulder and put the ball into the line quite a bit. And if you don't get away from that, you're coming in from the left with a little bit of a backup, but it's pretty flat because you're not getting anything out there. So just needs to get a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, and the reason you see that is because they actually have a loft line in candlepin, right? You can't get it out. You can't get it out so far, or else they consider it. I don't know if it's a dead ball or lost ball, but you're just not allowed to, right? So the natural movement for those guys is they want to lay the ball down. So
certainly, you can hear the difference though. Like with Bobby, like I mean, we all see the people who lay the ball down, and and it's smooth, but you're not getting much on it, but you're laying the ball down. Whereas Bobby, you like, and some of the other canopiers, you can hear it hit the lane, and it's just driving down.
Yeah,
and
it
when
hits the
he gets
pins hard. Yeah,
right,
Oh, no.
when he gets away from that, his pin reaction is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he needs to make sure he gets the ball out and not down into the line.
Yeah, he drives it pretty much straight down into the line.
Yeah.
There's
But
really
he's
no
super consistent with it.
Yeah. Well, you'll notice he'll drift left about 10 boards too, right?
Yep.
So, 10 boards left, correct. So you'll see his left foot's almost at the gutter, and then he drops the shoulder and brings it back into the pocket. So.
And again, like that looks so strange in the 5-pin game, but it's from everything I've seen on the candlepin side, that is super common. I mean, even looking at Freddie still threw the ball the same sort of way. He had a little bit more lift. He got that, but it's just very common in that game.
So let's see if Rob can recover from that 3-pin. Let's see if he can find his timing here. Obviously, he didn't like the last frame. Let's see if he can put a good shot on the pins. And it's a push and just kind of falls into the gutter. Not a bad shot. Let's see if he can get the spare. Rob was a 2020 Alberta Masters Team rookie, as we said. Kind of go into some of his stuff here. He's been a Calgary City Open champion. That was back in 2016. He's got a gold medal at the Open Nationals on a mixed team in 2002. He's been on 4 Calgary mixed teams and 5 Calgary Opens teams, and he's been the single 3 times. He's been the runner-up at TPC in 2006. For what a lot of people don't know about Rob is Rob was running pretty good there. And unfortunately, in 2007, I don't know why, but the guy tried softball, and apparently he was running the bases, slipped, and what does it say here? Dislocated patella? I don't know, with a torn LCL and a PCL. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, we know you're not. We watched you drink water out of a tap in Cuba.
That's right, we did.
I don't like Drunk Dexter. Drunk Dexter's mean. But actually, it took him about 3 years to get back into the game competitively, and then he got back into it competitively in about 2010, and that's kind of when I met him. So he's taken a long road back.
Later, how many years was it? It was like 5 years later. He was driving to Masters in Stettler, and got hit by a car and broke his wrist, and then that done again.
Right. He's
right.
He's gone in 2 accidents now. Driving the Masters. Yeah. A little thin. Yeah, it's Rob's had a tough go at it, but he's stubborn. He keeps coming back, and he's playing the best he's played in a long time, in my personal opinion.
What's the pickle run, Brad? Is that the same thing as like the Oreos?
And in the right gutter.
These guys are not picking their spares. Well, I guess Bobby did twice, but
could somebody message Jim Head, please?
So Bobby took up the game in 2011, 5-pin bowling, and then he made the Nova Scotia men's team. 2011, 2012 was Nova Scotia single in 2013, Nova Scotia mixed team 2014, 2016 Nova Scotia men's team. No Masters, unfortunately, in Nova Scotia, and he moved out to Calgary a couple of years ago. Bobby Kite's photos. Yeah. Bobby's the girls like to look at Bobby's tattoos. Yeah, that was a good shot. That's the shot that makes Bobby dangerous. When Bobby gets that rev rate going, he can throw a lot of strikes. He'll throw more strikes than Rob today, in my opinion, I believe. Rob's a grinder. Not that that's a bad thing. He can run strikes as well. He doesn't have as much stuff as Bobby does.
Oh my God, Brett.
Miss left. Both players a little tight to start.
Just gotta find that good rhythm. Good first step. Get a good first step in there and let the ball do the work.
Yeah, they both look like they're fighting it right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Just don't feel comfortable at all. And that's going to be a combination of like this is a different sort of situation to be in, and also a combination of just not having the same number of reps you would mid-season, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Another 3-10. These guys are both in their 40s. I hope they knew that the game was starting at 10 and that they got their afternoon naps in.
Yeah, that's a good call. Mike Grappa would have needed one too.
Yeah, I think we got to remember too, Robbie's pretty robotic, right? So it takes him a little bit to find the groove and make sure all the parts are moving in the right direction, I think is what he's mainly going to battle.
Yeah,
for sure.
There you go.
There we go. That's
some good fingers on that too.
So that's two good cracker shots, call them, right? Loud and with the fingers. So let's see if they both found something. We got Bobby coming up now. So if you can see it on your screen there, Bobby's got a knee brace on his right knee. He's got an MCL and meniscus tear currently, and he is bowling through it. He is a trooper. He says the push doesn't hurt. It's if he comes back and twists the wrong way, that's when you might actually see him hobble. But I'm assuming right now adrenaline's going pretty good, so he's not feeling a thing.
It's not a slide foot either, so it shouldn't. You wouldn't think it would bug him too much, right?
No, he said the push doesn't hurt. Again, it's just that twisting motion. So he's pretty sure he tore it at the Autumn Open last year. Not sure exactly what he did, so he's just waiting on surgery and a second opinion. But he's been.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Everybody, get ready and wave to Scotty Barber. We please the people, Scotty. You ask, we provide.
How about Scotty the other day? They got that YouTube channel going, right?
Good shot.
Pretty good bowler.
Scotty Barber, pretty good bowler. Is that what you just said?
Pretty good bowler. I question.
Close to legendary, maybe.
I just kept looking at his earring, and I'm like, why? What is going on with that earring?
Well, consider yourself dead the next time you see him. It's been really nice knowing you, Mark. You survived the water in Cuba, but you're not going to survive this.
Dexter, you better get your 6 beers from him.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll get Melinda to put it in as well.
Headpin for Rob, unfortunately.
This match is not adding up very fast.
No. I hope Rob is a coach down at Toppler Bowl. I hope none of his YBC bowlers are currently watching, because if you are kids, this is what you're not supposed to do. He just obviously is having struggles on lane 6 right now.
There you go, Scotty.
I don't know why my face does that.
Why you freeze up?
I don't know why. At least it looks just.
Well, that's why, because your internet cut out.
Where's Dexter?
He's coming back.
So that's what we did all Sunday, Mike. Where's Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty's burning.
You don't need to see my face. That's fine.
Miller's image into his memory.
Oh,
Oh, Robbie. Come on.
Just pushing everything.
He's not smooth. He's like It's just everything. He's trying to be too methodical. You just gotta let it roll, let it go, get that good step, and just let it go.
Chris, I just need a good TELUS guy to come in here and fix this. Unfortunately, I don't know if there are any.
Gino's retired. He might be able to.
All right. Get off the lane, Bobby, or reset. Just like we were talking about earlier. Go ahead.
Bobby finishes here. He could put a good lead up after the first game.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's only got 154 and 7, which is like okay at best, right?
Yeah.
But he throws this strike here, and then he does something in 10. He could give himself a major lead with not the best thrown game for him for sure. So this is a really big shot here.
Yeah. And he's taking his time. You'll notice the more strikes, Bobby.
Good shot.
Oh.
Yeah, Bobby slows right down.
Yeah, Bobby is going to go. When Bobby gets locked, you're going to see Bobby spend about 10 seconds up on the lane, and he's doing little shimmy shakes, kind of moving, right? But he goes when he's ready.
Yeah, absolutely. He certainly takes his time. I didn't realize how slow he was until Autumn Open a couple years ago when it got real slow. When Weber's done for 10 minutes before Bobby, you know the pace of play isn't all that quick.
Yeah.
Well, even already, like he's taking those extra wiggles, couple breaths.
Yeah. He knows the position. He knows the importance of these shots. He can take a stranglehold really quick.
Yeah,
That's really good. And you can hear the difference in his shot. You can tell that shot was, even if it's like 3-4 inches on the lane, it's not driven straight down into the line, and the reaction at the other end is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like that was a big turkey.
283 to 199.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good for Bobby. We've seen Bobby do this though, right? How many Masters tournaments or cuts where Bobby will throw a 360 plus, 350 plus to get in there, right? I've seen him do it multiple times. I know. What was his last game for Masters this year, Dex? It was monstrous.
I already told you that, Mark.
390?
I think it was 398. Yeah. Thanks for paying attention, though. Welcome back to the broadcast booth.
Viping after dark. Give me a coffee. Also going to mention that Bobby is sponsored. His $100 was sponsored, or maybe his shirt, I'm not sure, was sponsored by St. John Plumbing in Calgary. So if you got leaks, call St. John's Plumbing. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if he can bury one more. He's going to be up there for a while, so we can take a look at. Oh no, we can't see him. Bobby's got custom shoes. He's converted Converse. Oh, and that's what I was kind of hint. But he does that a lot. It'll happen. He's just got to be careful of it. Yeah.
Just got to go walk it off a bit.
Yep.
Go walk it off.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Am I too real for you this evening?
All right. Well, let's see if Rob can limit the damage.
That's
Great
big.
shot.
Every shot right now is really big for him at the moment, for sure.
Yeah. You can't let Bobby get too far ahead. I think, it's just timing, right? I don't know if it was nerves or he was just out of time there. It's just see if he can put one more good one, and he'll have some confidence going. Because he threw a few strikes, he just couldn't get them rolling. Finn, clips the left-hand pocket there and gets a sweeper.
And being able to throw that and get away with that and get that thin strike is big. I mean, it's little things like that allow yourself mentally to start to freewheel a little. You know, you can get away with a thick shot here or a thin shot here and just throw the ball and let it happen. So it's amazing what those shots there can do for a game.
And just like Bobby, 35 counting 10. What do you want to ask these guys? I'll let you handle it, Dexter.
Oh, good.
Don't just rip into it. Start with Rob.
Dude, is that really what you want? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, you're gonna carry it. I like it. We get these two guys in here. 279, 189, 90-point difference of first game.
I think that's the biggest difference we've had, eh? So far.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bobby.
good
guys.
ball in there, Bobby.
Hey, Bob.
Way to bring that game back. Like that was big. Rob kind of left that open for you for a while, and you had an opportunity at the end of the game there, and good for you for taking advantage of that. How you feeling out there?
It was actually more nervous than I thought it would be. I got up in the first frame and it just kind of hit me. I'm like, whoa, just kind of didn't really expect it. And second frame, I almost ripped a deuce, so that would have been awesome. But
you know what? That was a good call.
Bit.
That was a good call. You threw it outside. Robbie just threw it directly into the 3-pin. Honestly, way better choice just to throw it outside.
Yeah, way easier spin.
Yeah, honestly, you both looked a little bit nervous at the start, but I totally get it. Again, it's a totally different scenario than you're normally used to playing. And it is summer. I mean, you guys have both been on a few times to throw balls, but it's not like anybody's in mid-season form. So
when you're competing, it's
a lot
so different.
into your head. Yeah, absolutely. Rob, what the hell?
Yeah. Just be better.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Your last couple shots are really good.
Yeah. Actually, it's really weird. Like plow obviously to start, and it didn't feel bad, just a little pushy, and then threw the bomb in 2, and then of course I have the occasional 3-pin, so that came in 3. But then actually threw bombs 4 and 5. I just missed the corner spare. Then just had the back-to-back opens, and then before you know it, I'm looking up and I have a $150. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then Bobby throws the 5-bagger, but yeah, no, he's a good player, so it's good.
Absolutely. But you know what? We've seen it all before. 90 points. You can make up 90 points in one game, let alone in 2. So,
yeah,
I mean, this is far from over. You're just obviously going to have to make some shots. But it looked like you were coming together at the end of that match there. So just kind of keep that rhythm and find that. And,
the score was a 189, but it felt a bit better than that. So I'm not worried.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. The first 2 balls in 10 were really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, really smooth.
Yeah.
Good tempo, a little bit slower.
Yeah, and again, we were talking, you can get away with some thick shots. Both of you guys had some thick shots. Robbie, your second 1 in 10 was a little bit thin. It's nice to have those getaways. That's kind of a good feeling shot where, you don't have to be perfect. You have a window of an area where you can go with those strikes. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Keep that feeling, and let's have a good second game here.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah, keep it going, boys.
Alrighty. So obviously Bobby's feeling it.
So annoyed 5-pin bowling guy. I'm going to pretend like I don't know who you are. Yeah, fun story. Back when I was dating Megan, it was in, I want to say Ontario. Bobby was sitting next. Bobby was sitting next to Megan up on the bleachers. Having a conversation, and then somebody asked or messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I didn't realize that you were in Ontario," and it wasn't me. It was Bobby sitting next to her. So yeah, there's definitely some similarities. Probably more when I'm not this fat.
Oh. Right. Let's keep an eye on Bobby's knee here. Looks like he just did a practice slide and had a couple hops, so hopefully he's okay. It's not too serious.
I think it was 2, Scotty. I think it was 2.
Oh, he's still tender.
Yeah.
It'll
was
be
thinking-
interesting to see on this corner how tender it is, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's going to put a lot of strain on it. I wonder how much of that is just like in his head at the moment, like maybe a little bit of a tentative shot just to see how it feels. But
You got to remember, he probably, like he said, he was a little bit more nervous than he thought it was going to be. So the adrenaline was probably pumping. So if he gave it a couple extra pushes, right? But with the adrenaline running, you don't really notice. And now all of a sudden, the adrenaline's gone back down, and he's feeling everything.
Yeah.
Well, tough position for Rob, but he's got a bowl. Obviously, Bobby's little hurt, but he still got to buckle down. Take no prisoner attitude, right?
absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
You find a way.
Yeah.
Ooh, close.
Close. Rob also has a few sets he likes to throw. He's got a urethane, a paramount, and a soft roll. Looks like he's got his blue soft rolls out there right now. So it'll be interesting to see if he does a ball change halfway through. He's not big on changing his spot. He'll change his bowling balls before he changes his spot. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go through.
I'm
Totally
actually shocked he hasn't changed yet.
Well, it's hard, Mikey, when he misses left and then misses right.
Yeah.
You know, if you start missing consistently to a side, then again, go ahead. But if you're just feeling a little bit lost, it's hard to make that change.
Yeah. And Bobby's out there throwing soft rolls as well. Sidewinder and a purple missile, I think. He's got a couple soft rolls. And he'll just flip them whichever ball goes first, with whatever ball he feels most comfortable with, honestly.
Do we know the hardness of the sidewinders?
They're a cream color, so I'm assuming they're a little softer. I find the soft rolls if they are that cream.
Well, in all honesty,
thought they were-
it depends on the number of colors. So two colors is normally on the missiles, which is softer, and then the 3 colors, the tricolor, is the ballistics, which are harder.
I thought the Sidewinder was a harder ball.
It could be, Mikey. I forget what that actually
I was pretty sure it was a harder ball than the missile.
Yeah. And they don't make them anymore, so I don't know if I can even find out.
Phipps Bowling still has the old catalog up. You probably could look it up.
Oh yeah, they haven't changed that in a long time.
Yeah. So it looks like he's throwing the sidewinders out there for the first ball. I think that's what he was finishing with last game. How's he doing? He looks comfortable. He seems okay.
Huh. So they have them listed on the online, but they only show the hardness of the missiles and the ballistics. But they don't show the sidewinders.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. I thought the darker the color, the softer the ball was. Just the type of dye they had to put in the rubber.
Yeah, it definitely has something to do with the dye.
Yeah.
I might have been crossed backwards there.
Mr. Langlois is asking if Adam is on suicide watch. Apparently the Blues just lost.
I thought that was way too high. Oh, that's a shame. Well, our friends in BC will be happy.
Scotty's confirming with me. He does agree that it's the darker of the softer ones.
It seems like he's a little tentative now, right? Not getting the same stuff. But it wasn't a bad shot. Chop off's bearable. He's on the side. Bobby's just now got to make a point to take as much strain off that push as possible. Try to hold the line, not fall out of the shot, and have to have his leg balance him.
Well, I think that's the problem going at such an angle that he goes at, right? Because he drifts right. So the drift right, you're virtually pushing off on the inside of your foot, right?
There's a ton of torque going on. Bobby also mentioned he might need right shoulder surgery as well. There's a lot of moving parts on that shot.
Shoulder surgery's easy.
So left knee, right shoulder. That's rough.
Yeah.
Right knee, right shoulder.
Is it right knee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's gonna start walking in circles. like my dog did that when he had a stroke.
Aw.
It was like 15 years ago, Mark. It's okay.
What are you gonna do, Rob? What does Rob have to do? What are you guys seeing out there?
If Bobby can still throw the ball as hard as he is, it's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah. I think Robbie just needs to trust it. I don't think it doesn't look anything bad in his mechanics. I think he's just not trusting the shot, not throwing it out there.
Yeah, totally.
All it is.
It's not like he's quick or anything like that. He's pretty methodical and he's square at the line. He seems solid at the line. It's just there's not a lot of trust.
But if you look at his hand, he's almost like he's flipping it.
Yeah.
Like he's coming underneath and turning his hand over top type thing. Instead of his normal shot where he's reaching out. He might turn his hand a little bit, but not to the extreme that he is.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's guiding it. That shot looked better.
Yeah.
Those weren't bad frames. Chop cherry and a chop spare. Just obviously he needs to get something going here if he's gonna catch up. Couldn't watch the period.
Well, we're glad to see you're alive, Adam. There was a few worried people in the chat there for you.
Looks like Bobby's starting with the missile now. Just put the sidewinder down. See if the ball change helps.
Good splash there.
Might not even be a reaction thing at that point with his rev rates, right? It might just be a different ball and a different feel and a different mindset.
Absolutely.
Actually, I think they're different weights too, the two balls. I think the sidewinder is heavier than the other one.
Well, this isn't the WCBT finals. We don't weigh the balls.
Paradise can't afford a scale.
Weber's in the chat, people. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is where Robbie needs to take advantage.
He's got to go.
You know, you see those pitches, it's got to get you amped up a little to want to, just bury the next shot and start getting on a run.
So
yeah, I like
the positive vibes. Get the positive vibes going, right?
Yeah.
I hope he realizes he's got to kind of dig, right? Because after that interview where you go, I shot a 190, but it felt better. It's kind of contemplative, right? So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter how good that 190 feels. You need to throw better.
Yeah, and sometimes you gotta get a little angry, right? Get a little intense, show a little emotion, and
I get a little angry.
There's always ball returns out there.
Or not.
Oh.
or not.
There's also
Bobby kind of giving away pins there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Here's-
a big opportunity.
We thought. Well, it's
In
also
all
throwing
fairness, Tim, we started at 10. So
Why is Tim even in this feed? Like, didn't he lose on Wednesday?
yeah, I can't believe the guy's still awake. Honestly,
That was a better shot for Robbie.
Yeah.
Yep.
much
Just
better.
make sure the spare here.
Wiggles it, right?
Yep.
It's down at Sherwood Park.
That's right. Where pinfall's good.
That's a good spare. Good for Rob. That's a 25 count and a 28 count now. So he's just got to keep that same mentality. Breaks will come. He keeps throwing that shot. Eventually, they'll go.
Well, exactly. I mean, he throws this strike. He's already made up 23 points. That's
Really
quick.
big shot.
That's really
better.
good.
Yes.
That's a good shot.
Finally,
Yeah.
You can kind of see the relief, eh?
Yeah.
Weight off
Alright,
the
well,
monkey's
so-
shoulders.
Now he's down 67, and he's already thrown the strike at 6. It gives him an opportunity for sure.
Let's see if Mr. Kite can respond. He's got a lot of support back home. I know he's been sharing the feeds for the last week or so, and a lot of Nova Scotians was on Bobby's side. And I've known Bobby for a few years now, and it's hard not to like the guy. Just that East Coast mentality, right? Not like Adam Weber. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I go Mike Wist on the pizza warmer. No, not that. Pizza warmer's gone because of stupid COVID. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you get rid of your water cooler?
water cooler's gone.
Oh,
Finally get a new water cooler, right, Dex? And I gotta get rid.
I've heard through all of COVID.
Yeah. Good night, gents. Must be Scotty Barber's bedtime.
Yep.
It's 11:30 out there. That's fair.
It's
It is also
night.
Friday. Thank you, Carrie.
It's still late for us old guys.
Us old.
It's not that old. It's not that late.
Mike's still with us. Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
Robbie starts to come to the surface for a little bit of fresh air, and Bobby just kind of pushes his head back under.
It's really interesting 'cause, like that shot from Bobby. I wonder what adjustments he makes when he starts having those leg problems. Because that shot once again was like right into the line, but it was absolutely buried, right?
Yeah.
And the more that he struggles with his leg, the harder it is going to be to get down to not plow that into the line. So I'm starting to wonder if he has a bit of an adjustment to change his line when he starts putting it further into the line.
Well, I've seen him practice the last couple weeks, and from what I've heard from him, like I said, the motion of falling out of the shot and twisting on the knee hurts.
Oh boy,
is that a deuce?
That's a deuce.
I'm sorry, what was I talking about?
Your shoe.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go, rookie. Check your shoe.
Man, he knows he's not going to hear the end of this.
Oh yeah. I mean, so I want to be honest. Every time that I've been on tour finals or anything like that, the biggest thing that goes through my head is don't be shitty. You just don't want to be bad. You don't want to like throw that one terrible shot where everyone gets to see it and you get to live it down for the rest of your life. So, I wonder. You know what I'm talking about, Mark.
Yeah, but veteran Rob, he's going to test the shoe slide 3 times.
Yeah,
like Tim Wiseman would. Because obviously, it wasn't his fault. Oh, good answer.
That's better.
That's much better.
Maybe that's what he needs. He needs to get a little angry now.
Yeah,
maybe that'll set him off. Oh, summertime bowling. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for joining the conversation, Adam. They were, though. They really were. It would have been a lot of fun for you guys.
You can't do both, Brett. You can't check your slide and then your hand. You've got to commit to one or the other. It's either you stuck or it slipped out of your hand. It wasn't both. You can't make a decision after. You've got to stick with one.
Yeah, because then you're reaching, right? You're just looking for, yeah. Good call. I got a little bit of a kickback. Unfortunately, the head pin fell on the wrong side of the deck.
This might be hard on his knee to get to this side now, right?
Yeah, 100%.
He's hanging in there.
Very interesting.
Ooh. Came in high and he pulled it out. That's good.
Yeah. Let's see what Bonnie can do now. Can I get a stranglehold? Sure would bolt banish them.
Yeah. Hashtag real pinfall.
Can you imagine the pinfall here if we went new bottoms? Adam's city high average record of 280 would get beat.
That's it?
That's it.
I think we had like 5 people over 270 in Sherwood, and we didn't get high pinfall or high average.
You're going against Bonnie Doon, like.
Yeah.
That Bonnie Doon's kind of got the same thing we could have, right? Except for the 17-inch spreads, but they get kickbacks as well. So you're just watching pins fly and any rollout shots go, and yeah. And then are they still 17-inch?
Yeah, but they got their kickbacks in a different sort of way than you do. Theirs is far more consistent, and it comes from a different reason than why you get kickbacks. You get kickbacks is because of your matchup every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really big.
What is going on with Rob?
Yeah, he just seems completely out of sorts.
Yeah.
So he maxes out at 225. Bobby maxes out at 270.
280.
280.
Yeah, sorry, 280. Yeah.
He just can't get anything going on lane 6.
He's throwing good on lane 5.
It's funny. We've talked about it before about body language, right? You look at Rob's body language, even after that strike, it's almost like it's deflated. Instead of trying to wind yourself up and get yourself pumped, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there does not look to be a lot of confidence in it. Those 2 shots are really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he certainly, when he really wants that strike, it certainly doesn't look like he's confident in it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's just looking for the double, right? And he's telling yourself, make this shot, get that double, and then he has kind of time and then it's not good, right?
Big couple strikes there for Robbie to get to 215. Bobby bangs out for his 280. That gives 65. That would put, if Bobby bangs out, to be up 155 after 2. So Bobby can put a stranglehold on it right now.
Mm-hmm. And I'll mention again that the winner of this match will move on to play Kevin Holdsworth in the semifinals. So Rob was not very good that game. Could somebody in the audience want to ask Rob a question?
Can of worms here.
Yeah. Oh, almost kicked it across.
Yeah, the last thing you want to see is that 8 count.
Yeah.
The worst break in bowling.
See if he can cover the spare.
Pocket aces is the worst in bowling.
Oh,
Nah.
never
Worst
seen
break.
that shot at this house. Never seen that shot. That's good cover.
Yeah, that's a really big half, truthfully.
And we've had a lot of bowlers over the years since we took over the Autumn Open make runs at 450s. I've seen probably a dozen guys get the first 9. It just hasn't come through in 10 for anybody. I've seen Adam shoot a 447 and your what was yours, Kerry? 429, 431? I don't know the count when you get
420,
aces and
427, I think.
yeah, when you get aces and 11 there. But yeah, there's been multiple chances at it. Just no PGs here yet.
Really?
We had a perfect game in 2017 from a league bowler, but not during the autumn. You had a chance there, Dex. I remember a couple years back on 7 and 8.
Yeah, 10 bagger head pin. Yeah. The funny thing about that match was, or that game was, I was playing with Wayne Campbell and I put my second bowling ball down on the chair and I looked at him and said, "I'm not going to need this game." And I almost threw it. And Wayne said it to me after too. He's like, "You almost did." Yeah.
Did we get any good questions?
No.
There was a question: when is Rob gonna start the match?
That came from Weber, so you can text him. And, yeah,
It's a great question.
Robbie, like you have absolute moments of brilliance where you have some like really good shots, and then you look lost at moments. It looks like your confidence is fleeting right now.
Yeah, lack of confidence, not my best showing for sure. Trying a couple different things out there just with tempo, just to get it a bit more freewheeling, and obviously it didn't work a couple times. Yeah. And then I kind of didn't come all the way through my slide when I ripped that deuce. I kind of stopped sliding and my foot just turned.
You ripped a 2-pin? We didn't notice.
Yeah, no one noticed.
Oh well, that's okay.
It is what it is, right? But I mean, hey, that's why it's 3 games, and you still have an opportunity. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to come out and throw some strikes and put some pressure on Bobby right away. Yeah, it's still there for you, and you know what? Your first 2 shots in 10 there looked really clean.
Oh, they're perfect.
Your hand really good, yeah, and you looked confident. So try to keep that momentum and that rhythm, and see what happens, right?
No, Bobby's doing what he needs to do. I'm just not giving him any competition. So no, good for Bobby though. He's doing what he needs to do.
Bobby, how you feeling, buddy? How's your leg?
Yeah, how's the knee holding in there?
It's, I don't know, it comes and goes, right? I have good shots and bad shots with it, but it's been like that for a while, so it's nothing new really. It's been bad for before COVID, so I get by with it. Managed to get by with it, so I'm exhausted right now. Holy smokes!
Yeah, 2 games are a lot.
It shouldn't be after 2 games.
Hey, you're exhausted. I've thrown like 50 balls already. Suck it up.
I'd turn on the AC for you guys, but I'm looking at the bottom line here, so I just can't do it.
Yeah, you're throwing good, Bobby. You look confident. You look like you're doing good out there. So how you feeling?
My rhythm's here and there. It comes and goes. I'm plowing through chops and that sort of thing. I'm chucking it harder than I normally would be, and I'm sending it through. And it's, I don't know if it's just straight up adrenaline or whatever the case, but I got to just keep that in check and just be confident to throw the same shot and not try to throw a better shot every time, and I should be fine if I do that. So
yep, absolutely.
Yep. So we're looking at 120 pins, and it's going to be I'm not going to lie to you, Rob. You're in tough, so you got to go from the start and no
Rob,
more 2 pins.
You can do it. I've seen it happen before. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was down 120 against Mark at Scottsdale one year and came back and beat him.
Yeah, Mark.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Tips. Thanks.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong, though?
I think it was
Sure.
after one.
No,
Yeah,
it was
he came
two.
back.
It was two.
All right.
All right, good luck, guys.
All right, boys.
All right.
Play
I'm
well.
out of here. Well, hopefully Rob can do something out of the gate here. He's got to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
he just goes
and
straight
obviously,
away.
if he can go 4 strikes and a spare in the first 5 frames, maybe he can kind of get Bobby thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you gotta go. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. He might just try to freewheel. Looks like he's up there pretty quick and he's going. So looks like he's trying the freewheel approach. Little thin, get the
It's an
corner.
okay shot, though.
Do you think Robbie calls a shot clock on Bobby now?
Yeah.
There's no way when he is like, pretty much collectively known as like the nicest guy in 5-pin bowling.
Yeah,
There's
good
just no way.
Bobby's hurting. I'd be calling it all day. That 120 pins is gonna be tough to catch.
It's not easy. Rob's got to put up a 3.5 at least to maybe have a chance, and then he's got to hope that Bobby lays an egg. So, but we've seen crazier things happen. So,
You? I'm pretty sure we've all been a part of crazier things.
Absolutely right.
let's see what Bobby can do to start this one off.
Man, Brett, you have no idea what the traffic is like at 11 p.m. in Calgary. It's really good. They're going to beat that. That's awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
Kickback.
wow.
Carrie, good call at flipping to that camera.
Yeah, you can watch that one kick it out of the back. Eh? Yeah, you can see that one. Who needs new bottoms? That's the break that Rob was hoping for, but Bobby got it. So let's see if Bobby can take advantage in 2. The messenger. Yeah. 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 Funny story about the Brett one. I remember sitting there and he went, I opened 9 and Brett threw the strike in 9 for the double. And I'm going, well, I'm dead. Then he rips a 3-pin. I'm like, oh, chop off for Bobby. He rips a 3-pin. I'm like, oh, I'm still alive. Then he spares a 3-pin. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I ended up having a chance. I needed a double in 10, but I plowed on the second one. But that was a good match, Brett. Look forward to potentially another match. Let's see if Bobby can get that spare now.
Chris, Adam, if you're talking about me, I'm really not. Like I've had beers since 1:30, but I'm like 9 beers in 9 hours. So I mean, realistically, I'm doing all right.
Bobby's just got to survive. Rob needs to throw a strike on lane 6 for once.
Yeah, and that would be so good for the mental side of his game that maybe he can get on a rhythm. Ooh,
Cracks it.
good push.
There we go.
Push.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Throw the double here, Robbie. Let's see what happens.
Yep. He liked that one out of the hand, eh?
Man, if he would have played with that sort of confidence right from the start, then this would be really close. That's the shot we love seeing.
Yeah, just a 180, eh? In his focus and his general overall body language.
Oh, 100%. And again, like we were talking earlier, that body language is huge. And as soon as you start giving off that little bit of like lack of confidence. It's just a huge boost to the other player.
Yeah. We got a tangle. Yeah, the shot was good. I didn't think it was that good. We'll just send Rob to go fix it. Fix your own tangles. Yeah, the shot was good. I didn't. All right, let's see what Bobby can do here.
Oh, Trevor, you are not wrong. It's the only time I've seen somebody get carried out during match play. And you know what? You're so loved in amongst the bowling community that everyone just laughed it off and thought it was great.
What was that?
Oh, a piece of fluff.
Rob Wolfson leaving debris behind.
Smart. I mean, it worked for,
Jose.
Eric Cho.
Did he just jose him? Bobby just got josed. Oh, nothing. See if we can get the half here.
Pick up this half to, do the next strike.
Good for him for seeing that piece of fluff. Late night bowling. We're almost at 11 o'clock. Everybody still with us?
Oh, I almost got that.
Did it almost kick back?
Yeah, it wrapped around. Dang, I wasn't quick enough on the camera draw.
I feel it every time he does that.
Yeah, it's yeah. It's obviously not happy with that frame. But
yeah, well, I mean, rightfully so, I suppose. Robbie throws the next two. He's got 120 in three. He's already made up 50 points in 3 frames. All of a sudden, he has 70 points to make up in 7 frames. That's doable, right? So, the last thing you want to do is give momentum to the person that's trailing you.
Is it fair to say that Kite kind of looks like an injured fawn out there, and the wolf is lurking in the grass?
Yep.
You get it? The wolf? Oof. All right. I'm not telling any more jokes.
It was way too serious to be funny.
That's what makes it funny. Let's see if he can get these pins.
You're not going to burp this week, Mark, and get me in trouble?
No. It's time for Rob to go Duran and be hungry like the wolf.
You want him to smell like he sounds?
Get out of here. Nailed it, Mark.
The worst song lyrics ever.
All right, Wolfson. Pretty much just like every other tournament's at, we just want to see Wolfson play well. So come on, Rob. Give it a good shot. Right. I swear to God, if he rips the 3. A little outside. See if I can,
we'll grab a half. Give him 95 and 3, possibly 125 and 4. Again, that's making up 40 points. It's still there. It's a lot of work, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It's making it tougher by the second.
Yeah. You got to assume he's got to be perfect from here on out.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, he definitely needed to try to make up more than 20 points in 4 frames. And he had the opportunity to.
He's got to run the sheet now. No choice.
Yeah. I'll start with one. Not happy at himself. You can hear him talking to himself. Well, I can hear him. You can see him.
There it is.
Yeah,
He
he's not happy.
loves that lane. Loves that lane.
Well, he gets so pissed off from missing on 6, he buries it in 5.
Yeah, exactly.
He just got the, I don't know, maybe with the lane changes, just got a bad mojo going on 6. No mojo. All right, Bobby, here we go. Oh, agreed, Brett. He looks very tentative on his first shot on lane 5 there. And Bobby's not throwing terrible. He's just plowing through. He's got to get his wood, though. Just try to run Rob out of frames.
Yeah, totally. I mean, especially if
That was way left.
Yeah, he
not,
missed by
not at a target pin at all.
Yeah, he missed by 3 pins. It's tough. It's tough when you're nursing an injury, right? It's just gonna make your shot so much flatter.
Yeah. I think what Bobby was trying to do there was pop the 3 pin and kick out the 2 and the 3 on the other side.
Yeah, and you know what? You absolutely could be right. Again, being a candlepin bowler, they're looking at all those spare shots totally different than a lot of us would, right? Because they're constantly looking at angles and dead wood and stuff like that. Whereas we would never really try for the spare there. It's possible that he was.
Yeah, well, he's obviously he's seen that 6 is kind of bouncy, right? So maybe you put it right on the nose and it falls on the other 2.
That's a really good shot.
That's a good shot.
If you guys are true on what you think that Bobby was trying there, that he is thinking on 16 different levels than any of us would ever do.
No, 100%.
He's on an injury. He's 120 pins up, and you think he's making a spare shot from the moon?
You think he missed by 28 boards?
Yes, I think his leg hurts, and he tugged it.
Well,
I think that's a lot more plausible.
Yeah, I don't see you going for the spare shot when you're up 120.
No, I don't either. But I truly think that if there's going to be somebody that will, the candlepin side of him might come out to do it.
Right.
That's.
Well, if he ends up coming through on the match, we could just ask him, right?
Yeah.
The way it's looking, it's Rob's running out of frames quick, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, 141 and 6. He's got 4 frames to make up, 100 points. Assuming Bobby doesn't make anything on his strike there. So
it's unfortunate. I know Rob was excited. He's not going to be happy with his performance. No,
but hopefully that doesn't affect him any. I mean, he's had a phenomenal couple of years and he's made leaps and bounds. And you know what? It's a totally different scenario being in these conditions. And again, hasn't really thrown, right? So
yeah. All right, Bobby's turn. What does Rob got for a max there? Dex 30, 170, 306?
Yeah, absolutely.
And minus
so
120, so Bobby's got to get to
186.
186? Yes, that is correct math.
I was just going to say, if Bobby pretty much throws a double here, it's over. But
kind of seeing what we saw last week or Sunday in regards to a really, really tight first match and then a second match where if you're not sharp out of the gate, you can watch it. You can watch the match float away real quick.
Yeah.
And you get a little pressy, and then you start trying to make shots, and then because Bobby's not good right now.
No, he's certainly given Rob the opportunity that Rob needed.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Rob just had a couple bad frames, right?
So apparently Derek's at the lanes and had asked him, and he said he was shooting the single pin side because he wasn't on a mark.
Oh. I should have made a bet.
There's a rhyme to his reason.
Yeah, like I said, if you feel you can kick the pin out, right? But well, we've seen Steven spare the 7 count Sunday, so but Steven didn't do that. He just put it on the 5 side and it just popped back.
That's a good shot.
That's a good shot. All right, Dexter. You want to get your watch out and get ready to call it?
What am I calling? Time of death?
Time of death.
All right. Pretty sure it was DOA.
Oh. Rob can watch this afterwards. Oh.
That's fine. 11 of 7.
All right. We did all we could, boys. Sometimes you just got to let them go.
Yeah, well, exactly. So he could finish at the 176, 266. That puts Bobby at 144. Yeah, this match is over.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to see Bobby Kite moving on to play Kevin Holdsworth. So now we know our Frozen 4.
I think they're shaking hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob knows the writing's on the wall.
So there you go. There's your
financial manager, right? So.
That was quick, Gary.
Yeah, I may have preloaded it.
So there's your final 4. We got Derek Holm versus Brian Hurst and Bobby Kite versus Kevin Holdsworth. Again, unfortunately, our original finals date was the same time as the WCBT AGM. So we're going to talk to, We're going to talk to the final 4 here, and we're going to find a date. We're hoping to find something next weekend. What are you guys laughing at? We're going to find a date next weekend. And then we're looking at a 3-hour show. We're going to have both semifinals, and then whoever's the 2 hot hands that day, we are going to bring in for the final as well. So we'll have 3 matches on the final day. So we'll bring in Bobby now. Once we can get him in here. Once again, what are your thoughts, Mike? What'd you think?
I was actually a little surprised in that second match. It was that Bobby couldn't really find the line or get things going.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby played well, threw the ball well, 2 strikes when he needed to, and carried on from there. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Good bowling by Bobby. It's fun to watch. Good bowling by Brian too in the first match. That was good. Exciting to see the semifinals and see what happens.
Yeah. Congratulations, Bobby.
Yeah, good bowling, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
How are you feeling?
That was such an up and down game. Robbie had a rough one there, but I couldn't find anything. I don't know. That was a weird game all around.
You're gonna have to go home and ice that leg forever.
I'm gonna drive to Edmonton in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Jenny's driving.
Yeah.
I'm probably driving. Yeah, no. So it's all things considered. I'm game. It's wasn't my best, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. So
Yeah, congratulations. It's not about how you win. It's just about the win, and you did what you had to do, man. So good for you.
Yes.
And we've seen that all the time in the TPC and the Regina Classic, where sometimes that's just the way the match goes, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just out lasting your opponent.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, but you guys both had moments of brilliance. You guys, we were talking, we were thinking you might go on a little bit of a run there, both of you. Bobby had the semi run at the end of game one, but just couldn't get anything rolling. How are you feeling, Rob?
Well, obviously pretty embarrassing when people are watching the bowl like that. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, some days you just don't have it. So I mean, I threw a good ball in the first ball in game 3 there and got tapped and made the spare. And then I went bomb. So honestly, I thought I was going to run, and then it just
Agreed.
So did we.
lane 6. I couldn't do anything on the right lane. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I honestly thought I was going to run after I throw those 2 bombs.
We did too. Honestly, you came out with that first shot and then the double, and you looked confident. And we're doing the math, and at that point, you could have had 50 points made up in the first 3 frames, and then all of a sudden, you're within 70 with 7 frames to go. That's definitely doable. And then unfortunately, you open the next frame, but and I think that was a big momentum swing. But it definitely looked like you were ready to go on that run right at the start.
Yeah, I just moved over a board and I worked the frame before whatever reason. It just didn't hold the same line. I just twisted a little bit, so I just missed. So, it is what it is. Bobby did what he needed to do, and congrats to him. So,
yeah, totally.
Alrighty.
So Bobby, you're playing Kevin.
Yep.
Obviously today's performance is not what you're gonna want to do against Kevin. Are you looking forward to playing him? Have you played Kevin before?
I am. We played a match. Well, one game, the summer playoff thing here last year. We played a game or two. I can't remember. I know I played him at least once.
So I'm thinking for the Bobby Kevin match, what's the over under for match length? We looking at an hour and a half, hour 45.
You might have to split that day into 2 days.
Sorry for the slowness. If
No, you're good.
No, seriously, I get it. I know I'm not the quickest bowler, and then when it was speed up, I'm all over the place. So it's 3 balls, and it makes it even worse, right? So
we've seen you worse than that.
Definitely. Yeah.
So Bobby, I did mention you were sponsored by St. John Plumbing in Calgary, so congratulations. But if you want to give that bottle a 180, you could also be sponsored by Budweiser. Just like that.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not allowed on 5-Pin Universe.
Oh, AGP.
Well,
Budweiser or
instant qualification. Robbie,
you're out.
Joke's on you. I'm just going to wear a black shirt next week. You won't know the difference.
All right. Well, we're going to end the stream here. We just want to thank everybody for watching. We were up around 85. Sometimes we got close to 100. So can't thank everyone enough for being a part of this. And I'm sure the guys bowling appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on a Friday evening, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, 5-Pin Universe. It's awesome. It's great.
Of course.
All right, guys.
All righty.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Soon.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah,
Thanks, Carrie.
Well.
See you guys.
Yeah, no problem.